Today's case, guys. Watch the proceedings and let me know your thoughts in the comments.
I am suing Miss Dunn for $4,000, which is going to be a month of my pay that I lost by her firing me day of, instead of giving me the month notice, which we agreed upon.
And what were you doing for the defendant professionally?
I was her nanny for a 7-year-old daughter, Mary.
Okay, great. And how long had you worked in this capacity?
I've been a nanny for about 6 years now. This is my second nannying job.
Okay.
I really lucked out with the first one. I was the nanny for 2 wonderful twins from them when they were this big, when they were newborns, up until they were sent to kindergarten. They just didn't need full-time care anymore, so it was time for me to move on, although I still do keep in contact with them with holiday cards and attending some of their events.
And how did you go about meeting the defendant?
Well, after that, I had to move on to a new job, so I was talking to some other nannies, and that is how I met Serena over here. We hit it off. I really admired her, honestly, for the hard work of being a single mother. And then I met her 7-year-old daughter, and me and Mary just really clicked. We really connected, so it was really wonderful getting to meet her.
Okay, how about it, Ms. Dunn? So you needed a nanny for your 7-year-old daughter, and what do you think of her as a nanny? Were you satisfied with her services?
Yes and no, Your Honor, and that is why we are here today.
Okay, yes and no. Complicated answer. Well, you must have liked something because you hired her, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you see about her, ma'am, that made you say, I trust you to care for my only child?
The fact that her resume said that she had already worked with the twins in particular was her previous experience, and she'd been there for like 5 years, I think is what the resume said.
Yes.
So it looked good on paper.
Okay. Did you speak to them, ma'am? Did you call up and check the reference to assure that that was quality?
In hindsight, no, but next time I shall. Trust and believe that.
I'm going to say so. Okay, so you went on the paper, you went on the resume, you hired her. Do either of you have a contract for me to see that talks about the employment? Go ahead and give that, ma'am, to the full folder, ma'am.
The whole folder?
He'll collect yours as well, ma'am. Go ahead and collect hers, Elijah. So we can see what the agreement...
Plaintiff's on top.
Plaintiff's on top, thank you. Okay, so here we go, Ms. Weiss. Employment contract, this is what I need to see. So I see that this is for the undertaking of the nanny role for the defendant's family, $4,000 a month. So you're making $1,000 a week, but it's very hard work. I understand. This is full time. This is a 40-hour work week.
Yes, and I actually did accept a lower rate than my typical rate for specifically Miss Dunn over here and Mary.
Okay, is that because she's a single mom, or why did you lower your rate?
Typically because I had been working with twins, and this one I was just doing like light housework, and I just felt that connection, so I wanted to be able to be there.
Okay, and were you appreciative of this, I guess, discount?
Indeed, Your Honor, yes.
Okay. Now, while we're in court, cause for termination, because at some point you fired her, correct?
Yes,
We'll get to why. But you did. Employee is not at will and may only be terminated for cause. This is unusual, right? We all know that in most states it is an at-will situation, but not here. You both agreed that it's cause for termination. It means that you must breach a duty in order to be fired. It says that per this contract, you can be fired at any time due to the breach, but no termination for cause will be effective unless employee has been provided with 1 month's notice. And then you both signed it.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what I'm hearing the plaintiff say, Ms. Dunn, is that she was fired, which is your right for cause, and I'm sure you'll explain what the cause was. But she's saying she didn't get her month's notice. Why is that?
What had happened was I hired her.
We all know when it started with what had happened. We all know what that means. Go ahead, Ms. Dunn. Go ahead.
Just a little backstory for the situation that put us in each other's acquaintances. My significant other got caught burglarizing a house up the street, and he was sentenced to 5 years at the Kenosha Correctional Center.
Okay, so you can take your time, ma'am. I'm sure this is heavy.
Thank you.
I understand. So your significant other is doing a bid, a 5-year bid on burglary.
He was.
He was.
But
Oh, has he been
passed
released?
away.
Oh, he passed
passed
away.
away.
Oh my God. Okay, so
He
he's
had
passed
1
away.
year. He had like 10 months left, and he
Okay.
had a major heart attack, a stroke, and
My God. Okay, so this has left you truly a single parent.
absolutely.
You find this woman.
Yes.
Okay, and you hire her.
Yes, ma'am.
And she reduces her rate to accommodate your finances.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and how did it go in the beginning?
She started off like a normal nanny. Okay, great. But our contract is that my daughter is only 7 years old. So to me, it is not normal to coach a child at that age about politics or religion.
Okay,
So
well,
I
hold on,
put
ma'am.
that-
Hold on, ma'am. So let's get to it. Ms. Weiss, were you having conversations with her 7-year-old about politics and religion?
We had one conversation that did broach the religious topic, and I did apologize for my mistake.
You
Although-
apologized to the mother?
Yes, I did, and that was
Okay.
months before my firing.
Okay, and why did this come up? Was this related to a school project?
Mary asked me.
The
So-
7-year-old?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're letting 7-year-olds dictate the topic of conversation?
She asked about my locket. I was wearing a locket that has my deceased father in it.
Okay.
And she's a very naturally very curious girl. And she asked me a lot of questions, our day-to-day life. She asked where he was now. And to me, my father is in heaven. And so she asked about it. I tried to lightly give the idea that people who have rectified their mistakes or people go to heaven. Some people unfortunately do not go there and
Oh,
do go
Lord.
to hell. I did not explicitly say anything about
Did
Mary's.
you say hell?
Yes.
Okay.
But I did
Okay,
not. I did not.
All right. Okay, so I understand, Ms. Dunn. So now this is a line that's been crossed.
Yes.
Because these are not topics of conversation you want introduced by a third party to your 7-year-old.
Correct.
And you understand that's inappropriate.
I did, and that is why I did
You
apologize for it.
apologized.
And I did also make sure to tell Mary that I'm sure her father is happy wherever he
Okay,
is.
ma'am, once again, out of order. Out of order. You don't know where that man at? You out of order. Okay, so Ms. Dunn, she apologized though, correct?
Yes.
And that's not why you fired her.
Correct.
Why did you fire her?
Okay, so I was driving across town with the baby in the car, and she said, "Oh, that's the church that my nanny takes me to," and I was like,
No,
Great.
no, Miss Weiss, tell me that you did not take this young lady to church without her mother's permission.
I did not take her to any church services. She was simply with me when I gave donations to the church. I would never take her to a church service.
Okay. Well, Ms. Dunn, I will say that does make it different. She was dropping off doing some philanthropy, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
Okay. Now, why was she actually fired?
My baby came home from school crying one day because she was in PE class and some of the other girls were picking on her for having a little excessive hair on her arms and her legs than other girls her own age.
Kids are mean. I think we just have to say that.
Right.
Kids are so darn mean. And in this social media era, they've gotten meaner. So your daughter was being bullied by her classmates around having too much hair, as if we're not mammals. And as if we don't all have hair on our arms and legs.
I didn't take it as being bullying.
Well, how did you take it?
I took it, she just was having a bad day at school. So I told her, what you do is you look that person in the eye and see if you have nothing nice to say to me, just don't say anything to me at all.
Okay.
And just leave the situation alone and walk away.
Okay.
And
That's
that was
good
my
advice.
remedy. Well, she evidently relayed the same story to the nanny, and she took it upon herself to wax my baby's arms and legs at 7 years old.
Now, Miss Weiss, I know that you are not standing in my courtroom today, ma'am, as a responsible, paid adult in this woman's household, and you took it upon yourself to wax, chemically remove, physically remove the hair from a 7-year-old's arms or legs. Please tell me that's not true.
It was not chemically removed, but also what Ms. Dunn failed to say was that it was bullying. Every day when
Oh, no. I'll be the one to get her together on the context and the nature of what happened to her daughter. I asked you a direct question. Was her daughter's hair physically removed
Yes.
via wax by you?
Via honey wax, yes, Your Honor.
Now, what in the world would possess you to do a thing like that?
To be honest, I realize why this may seem upsetting, but seeing Mary every day when I picked her up from school, sobbing uncontrollably in my car the entire ride home, this happened every day for weeks.
Ma'am, nobody is confused, least of all me, around the traumatic impact of being teased by your classmates about something beyond your control. My question is why you would think it is within the scope of your privilege or responsibility to take on the actions of her daughter.
I used
Do you have children?
not of my own yet.
Okay, not of your own yet, but you do intend to be a mother one day?
Yes.
Okay. And when that day, that blessed day comes, Ms. Weiss, I want you to tell the honest truth because she's sworn in, right, Elijah?
She is sworn in.
How would you feel if I took it upon myself to wax your daughter's legs without even so much as consulting you?
I would have stopped the bullying first.
No, I didn't ask you that. How would you feel if I violated your ability to parent because there's two violations. The first violation is to a 7-year-old who doesn't really have the mental or emotional capacity to consent to what's even being done to her. That's the first violation. The second violation was when you took away this woman's right to parent her daughter as she sees fit. So we could sit here all day and we could say it's bullying and it was aggressive and it deserved an aggressive action in turn, but we're not this little 7-year-old's parent. See, she is. So it's only what she says and how she sees it that matters when it comes to her daughter. Now, when you get to be a mom, okay, and I wish that for you, but that is when you can decide on sharing things like, well, we're going to remove hair from a little girl, I would say prematurely, based off of a social outcome from some mean little kids. Now, if you want to do that to your daughter, that's your prerogative because you are the parent and what you say goes. But you do not get to make that type of decision for this woman's daughter. Do you see that, ma'am?
I do, Your Honor. I will say I was not aware of what she had told Mary previously. I just was trying to
But what difference does that make?
I was not trying to explicitly counteract her parenting. That was never my
Whether
intention.
you were even supporting it or counteracting it, it's the action, ma'am. It's not your ideology. It's not your why. Your why is irrelevant in this courtroom. It's the fact that you went and got some honey wax and put it on the arms and legs of a 7-year-old. Let's get to why you're in court, because there is some audacity, but you do know that the contract you signed says very plainly that no, I repeat, no termination, even for cause, will be effective unless an employee has been provided 1 month's notice. Did you give her a month's notice, ma'am?
No, ma'am. But she didn't give me a month's notice when she shaved waxed my daughter's legs.
I understand that, and I'm going to address that, as you can see, very severely.
Okay.
But I'm dealing with you right now, because this is your signature, right?
And
Serena
hers.
Dunn?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay. So you're agreeing to the term here of 1 month notice.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, do you feel that waxing a 7-year-old's arms and legs constitutes a reasonable cause of termination?
No, I do not.
What do you think it constitutes?
I completely understand her.
No, what do you think it constitutes? I just want you to answer my question because I'm about to rule in a minute.
I think it constitutes that I understand her firing me, but I still think I deserve my month's wages because that was designed to support me in that time so I can find a new job. It's a hard society to support yourself in, and that $4,000 does make a big difference in my life.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
And also the month contract also allows me to make sure I say a proper goodbye to the kid that I've been spending so much time with. I did not even get a day's notice. I was fired immediately.
And let me
I
guess,
didn't have to say bye to Mary.
you were fired immediately and you were restricted from further communication with this little girl, correct?
Yes, so I did
Okay,
not have
thank
any
you.
bye.
No more words are necessary from you, Ms. Weiss. Let me be very plain with you, Madam Plaintiff. I would not have allowed you not one syllable more opportunity to engage with my daughter after your behavior. Not one. Now, Ms. Dunn, you did sign a contract that per the letter of the law,
Yes, ma'am.
I should be enforcing. But let me tell you why I'm not going to uphold that. I'm going to deviate from the letter of the law.
Okay.
Because, Ms. Weiss, your outrageous, unconscionable decision is absolutely beyond scope. It is unconscionable and it is beyond reason when we think about the reasonable ways that a nanny should be fired. If you had fired her, for instance, Ms. Dunn, for being late, for not being a good housekeeper, using profane language around your daughter, those are the things that we normally see nannies being fired for. This woman's own words, I'm going to toss aside because what you have done is so gross and disgusting as it relates to this sweet little innocent girl. Ma'am, you are very lucky that you are getting out of here simply with the dismissal of your entire claim. I wish I could do more for you, ma'am. But as it stands with these facts, the plaintiff's case is dismissed in its entirety, and you really, ma'am, need to reconsider and look at how you view nannying versus mothering. Nanny you might be, mother you are not. Not at this point. That is my ruling.
Judge Ebony has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
What do you think about this video? Please drop your thought in the comment section. Please like and share this video for others to see.